again. Together for the greatest game. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
So our insurance is ready to go all out to try and save you money on your car insurance. So a 39-year-old man could pay 443 Rand to insure his white 2008 Opel Corsa Utility 1.7. So why don't you SMS the word out to 37221 to switch and save today. That is out to 37221. Outsurance is a licensed insurer and FSP. T's and C's apply.
Feel it. This is good music. Feel good music. Radio 2000.
Shelo muzi ulamalanga umfazi akafuni nokulala nami ngiyafunga noma bethini mina mangisemsebenzini kukhona ongena la endlini endlela umfazi wami umakhelwane nomngani badlala ama-games embetheni solo lomfazi ungibize ngo-James phakathini ikwenzeni mama ibintobo kule khaya sithathono kule khaya yasabona ingane zami yasithathoza ingane zami wemhlobo wami asangiboni kwenjena imihloli kwenjena left and right, Pampins Agaliselo, Balera Strata, Gesso Savana, Nibile Auna, Nibikiti Cocassi, Anki Shoti, Batsi, Ekesta, and the Havatu Robetica, Cocotella, Givata Chelete, Agagai, Cocotella, Gitamai, Gilemonia, Semomotella, Sewala Tiaka, Senyo Bella. When you
So it's tear gas. It's called the Mtolo Army. I often feel like there's so much strategy in planning for songs, okay? So, Lonwabo, if you listen to this song, you'll hear that, basically sings most of the song, okay?
Yep.
So now that he's got hits and is performing, when he performs the song, it doesn't look funny that tear gas is not there. It's just KO. It just looks normal. So there was strategy even making this song from the beginning.
So clearly he's the Beyonce of tear gas.
I know, guys, we can't argue. Oh, my easy supporting acts. Main act, KO. Okay, it's okay. So listen, here's some serious things. What legacy will you leave for your family after you've passed on? Will they be able to reach their potential and pay for things like education or maybe a house or a bond? Why don't you take the first step to their financial security by SMSing the word cover to 31126 for an outsurance life insurance quote. That is cover to 31126. Life That's cover to 31126. Outsurance Life is a licensed insurer and FSP. T's, C's, and limits apply.
Radio 2000 would really like you to follow us.
It's alive! It's alive!
We've made it easier for you to follow us on social media.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Instagram and Twitter. Find us at Radio2000_ZA. You can follow us on YouTube, Radio2000_ZA. And follow us on Facebook, Radio2000ZA. Connecting us, Radio 2000, with you, the connected generation. Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
So listen up, business owners. So we know that money is tight, okay? But running an uninsured business is like holding a ticking time bomb, hoping that the bomb never goes off. So why don't you chat to Outsurance about a personalized business insurance solution that fits your specific insurance needs and budget. You can SMS the word insure to 31715 for a quote. Outsurance is a licensed insurer and FSP. T's and C's apply. Okay, she's in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
I can't think of a better way of starting this interview than with this song.
Oh. Listen to that.
Yo, do you get...
The chills.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, forever.
Goosebumps.
You are holy. Can we sing together? Lion of Judah. We worship you. We worship Lion of Judah. You are holy. Lion of Judah. We bless your name and we worship you, Lord. Lion of Judah. You are holy. Mamuranda wanasoro. Mamuri andina kucha. Mama papiro enu. Takacheketwa. Mamuranda wanasoro. Mamuru andina kucha. Mama papiro enu, mama papiro enu, takacheketwa. Haidume, riarabela, haidume. We worship Tawuya Litola Judah. Tawuya Litola Judah. Riarabela, haidume. Riarabela, we worship Tawuya Litola Judah. Tawuya Litola Judah. Can we go? Riarabela, haidume. Riarabela, haidume. We worship Tawuya Litola Judah. Tawuya Litola Judah.
I don't think there's a better way to start a show than that. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio we've got the multi-award-winning gospel sensation, Lebo Sekgobela! Lebo, how are you?
Hey!
Okay, clearly there's going to be singing because the voice is ready in the morning.
No, bendition.
We are so excited to have you in the studio, you know. There's so many questions that I want to ask you.
Really?
Yeah, like as I meet you, I draw so much energy from you, right?
Yeah.
And obviously it's because I associate religion and music, and I often wonder if people ever pull back, if you ever feel drained by all of us, you know, just sucking the energy. But we'll have all of those conversations. If you want to watch the whole interview, it's live at Radio 2000 _ZA. You can find it on Facebook. We've got the camera ready. You can find it on YouTube at Radio 2000 _ZA. And the easiest way, guys, if you want to ask Lebo any questions, the hashtag is 2 million gang gang, hashtag the takeoff. We'll go through as many of your questions as we possibly can. Lonwabo's already got the phone in her hand.
Listen.
Just scrolling through. So we'll make sure that we squeeze all of your questions in. It is 7:30 news time with Onde Lamban.
SABC News. Independent and impartial.
News headlines at 7:30 on Radio 2000. I am Onde Lambana and a very good morning. The decision of members of parliament to vote against the adoption of a Section 89 report implies that President Cyril Ramaphosa will not face an impeachment vote. The Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi says the Special Investigating Unit has uncovered serious irregularities in the awarding of contracts for the refurbishment of the Anglo Gold Ashanti Hospital west of Johannesburg. The hospital was identified as a COVID-19 facility at the onset of the pandemic, and polling stations have opened in the Lichtenburg-based Ditsobotla local municipality in the northwest. The IEC in the province says it expects between 14,000 and 17,000 people to cast their votes in the much anticipated by-elections. A full update follows at the top of the hour.
Get it first on your mobile, on the web, and on your dial. This is Radio 2000 Sport.
Good morning in your sport. So our takeoff World Cup poll today is now that Argentina have progressed to the finals by beating Croatia. What is your dream final? Which team between Morocco and France should they face on Sunday in the final of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar? And speaking of Morocco, their head coach Walid Regragou says coming to tonight's 2022 FIFA World Cup crucial semi-final against France, there are no specific tactical plans centered around the dangerous Kylian Mbappe. The two teams will meet at the Al Bayat Stadium in Al Khor tonight at 9, with Argentina waiting in the final after they hammered Croatia 3-0 last night. So Morocco cannot afford to ignore the danger that is posed by Mbappe, a joint top goal scorer tied on 5 goals with Lionel Messi. However, the coach has got a point. The French team has an array of attackers and they all need attention.
I'm not going to try and set up any particular tactical plan to counter Mbappe. Unfortunately for us, there is more than just Kylian. France also has other good players. Griezmann is on top of his game and playing well between the lines. And Ousmane Dembele is also a perfect complement to Mbappe on the other wing.
When he started speaking a different language, I thought you were going to come in and explain to us
what exactly he's saying.
What is
no, actually, I was just going to speak in French as well and say. And one area of concern for Morocco heading to the game has been the injuries, especially in defense. In the quarterfinal against Portugal, they missed key players like Bayern Munich's fullback Nasser Mazraoui. And now there are also concerns about first-choice centre-back pairing of skipper Romain Saiz and Naïf Aguerd, but Regragou remains positive about their availability.
As the world knows, we have many injuries, but they are recovering well. We have an excellent medical team, and they have been coming with good news. But we'll have to wait until the last minute to select the team. None is out yet, but no one is in either.
The second day of the Cricket South Africa Women's Super League 2022 got off to an exciting start as the Starlights clinched a riveting 2-run victory against the Coronations to record their second win of the campaign in as many games, despite what looked like a match-winning partnership between Sune Luce with 41 and Kirsty Thompson, who dispatched 5 fours en route a measured 51 of 52 deliveries. The Coronations were restricted to 165 for 5 after Umasabata Class, whose 1 for 60 defended 10 runs in the last over to seal the close win on the ball of the game. The under-19s were in action again in the final clash of the day as they went up against the Coronations. And finally, we end off with another sport that involves women in sport. SA Rugby has parted ways with Springbok women's head coach Stanley Robbenheimer after 4 years in charge. So a letter that has been seen by News 24 says that CEO Julie Roux, SA Rugby, told Robbenheimer that please note that as provided for in your fixed term contract of employment, your employment with SA Rugby will come to an end on the 31st of December of 2022. So we look ahead to see who Saru will appoint to take over from coach Robbenheimer, who took the Springbok women to the World Cup that recently passed. And that's where we leave it for Radio 2000 Sport. I am Lonwabo, Nkohla.
You're listening to the best breakfast show in the land.
Angelique, thank you for this morning.
Bongani.
Lebo.
I've been practicing to say something to you.
I'm listening.
Bongani mina ingithanda wena.
Oh, okay, ngiyakuthanda nami, Angelique. There you go. Thank you.
I've got something for you.
What?
Oh, it's it.
Stop it. Hey, listen, him too.
Hayi Bongani mfethu hayi ushayile ikhanda intokazi yakho na ukuthi athanda angazi ke Bongani kukwena ukuthi uzoyenza imamazi noma uzoyenza kodwa ke
Tswere stoko sale goa
Please behave. Listen, let's get serious things out the way.
Hashtag The Takeoff at Radio 2000 ZA on all social media platforms. Be part of an award-winning team.
Lebo?
Yes, sir.
As a gospel sensation, in terms of just your daily routine, what time do you normally wake up? We normally have like Kwaito stars who are like, no, guys, being in studio until midnight, we're drinking, and then I made music at night, so I sleep during the day. What's your normal daily routine if you're not doing a radio interview?
Okay, so I'm a 4 o'clock waker.
Okay.
So you're
4 o'clock in.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how does your day go?
And then during the day, I don't sleep at all.
Really?
Yeah, no.
So from 4, you are on the go until?
So my husband would say the easiest thing is sit down or lie on the bed and close your eyes.
Or at least just to get some sort of rest.
Close your eyes. I need to tell
Yeah.
Yeah. Then sizobona again. So that's just me.
So because of the genre of music that you do, right, which is gospel, obviously associated with religion, and there's something about the kind of energy that people draw from you. Even when you walked in, I feel good. I feel good. I also expect you to also be in a good mood, even though you might not be in a good mood. Obviously, you are this morning because I've seen it. Like, do you find that people ever pour back to you? Like, or are we always taking?
I think literally from your question, I went through the book of Genesis 12, verse 2 to 3. And it says, I will make you into a great nation. Not only you, but the people around you will be a nation. So literally, will be turned into this happy nation.
Yeah.
And it says, and I will bless you. And I will make your name great.
Yeah.
And you will be a blessing. So you need to be a blessing, even as much as your name can be great. You need to be a blessing. And he says, I will bless those who bless you.
Amen.
And whosoever curses you, I'll curse. And all the people on the earth will bless you through you and will be blessed through you.
So I understand the responsibility that comes with the space that you've been put in.
Definitely.
We kicked off the show with Lion of Judah. I mean, that's arguably one of the biggest songs.
Yeah.
In gospel, if you want to have that argument. We could argue internationally. In gospel, if you look at numbers. And sometimes people don't come back from that kind of song, especially if it comes so early in your career. How difficult was it for you to release other songs after that? And were you ever fearful of the songs having the same impact?
No, I was not. Because when Lion of Judah happened, literally, I didn't know that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I just became myself. And I think that is something that we miss most of the time. We want to be something that we're not. I would want to sing like Beyonce while I am not Beyonce. I don't know the struggles, everything that Beyonce has to go through. You know? But I know what Lebo has to go through. I know how much time Lebo can pray. I know how much time, how much of Lebo's voice can carry her, And then I just become myself. and I don't put pressure at all. You won't even.
So when
on me.
The way that we see you is us. When you are still yourself. You still.
Ini abahamba kule fast lane. Yeah, mina ngiloko ngihamba le la ngiyazi ukuthi ku safe call. Yeah, so that the reason being the reason being that, you know what, even if things they don't make sense or they don't add up, I'm able to move from the middle lane to the slow lane so that I may find myself. But the moment I'm in the fast lane, for me moving to the middle lane of that lane, it means it's my downfall. That's what the world says. Yeah. I see. So the world says it's your downfall. But it's okay to take a step back if I feel like, you know, I think I've got cramps. I can't climb that ladder. I can't climb this
until I'm ready.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, your story fascinates me, especially from the way you grew up, extreme poverty, and I think it's so relatable to South Africa. Yeah. We're going to pay bills. We're going to play one of my favorite songs. Yes, one of my favorite songs.
I'm also curious to hear this one.
And then obviously we're also going to come back because I really want you to take us back to that extreme poverty and how you got to where you are today.
You're not ordinary, so why should your wedding be? Are you a unique and unconventional couple planning to get married in your own unique and bold way between now and December of 2022? If this sounds like you, then Married Our Way is looking for you. Be a part of our new and exciting wedding show and share your big day with the rest of South Africa on SABC2, where you belong. WhatsApp 060-834-2930.
Get a comprehensive insurance quote from My Way and get the widest cover for your car. You will automatically go into a weekly draw to win your share of 1 million rand in fuel vouchers. Visit myway.co.za and live your way. My Way is a licensed non-life insurance FSP. T's and C's apply.
Rise to the greatness. Culture meets luxury in my Thanksgiving special.
Wamamkiza Thanksgiving, 19 December at 9 p.m. only on SABC 1. Mzansi, for sure.
Imagine if every day could be Friday.
It's the weekend.
Well, at HiQ, we're extending our best-selling offer and giving you more of that Friday feeling. Get up to 2,500 Rand off when you buy 2 or more Goodyear branded tires until 15 December. You'll have that Friday feeling all day, every day. Offer only valid on Goodyear branded tires 15-inch and above, excluding commercial tires. T's and C's apply.
Schedule change alert to all our SABC 1, SABC 2 and 3 viewers. Please note that you will not be able to access some of your favorite shows in their normal time slots. So due to the flighting of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, this change will start from the 20th of November. Normal programming to resume on the 19th of December 2022. You can visit sabc.co.za for more info. FIFA World Cup Qatar, Sisonke.
On air, online, and on your mobile. This is Radio 2000 traffic.
Very good morning. 2 major delays on Gauteng highway networks. One is the run from Pretoria down to Joburg. Crash on the M1 South at Boerta Avenue. Really big queues. It's pushed back through the R21, back through Rigel and marching back towards the Grasfontein exit. That's a heavy queue, N1 towards Joburg coming out of Pretoria. Also, a crash at one point blocking 4 lanes on the N3 going north into Galilee. So you can imagine the mess here. It's a big crash between Van Buren and Galilee. The N3 backed heavily through Elands, back onto the N12 deep into Alberton and back through Elands down towards that Rand Airport interchange. If you're on your way around from sort of Soweto, Oakdene, Alberton, or coming up from, let's say, Sprayview, Phosphorus, Heidelberg, you're wanting to use that N3 to get those flight connections at OR Tambo, be a good idea to seriously consider a reroute. N17, Rondebolt Road R21 up through Boxburg and Jet Park will work nicely. Heavy pressure out of Durban's Chatsworth. There is some load shedding in that region this morning, so from Bayview all the way out towards the N2 highway, it's really slow going. And Cape Town, there's some extra pressure on the M5. This is unusual coming up from Southfield and Parkwood area. Looks like an issue just before Ottery Road. The main road from Muizenberg down to Cork Bay Harbour is heavy this morning. And if you're looking for updates on the R44, the road between Gordons Bay and Royales, Clarence Drive around the coast remains closed until further notice due to mudslides and rockfalls. N2, Solari's Pass, the alternative routing in the meantime.
Lady Brand, we've got you covered on 98.6 FM. Feel good music.
Lebo, so I'm from KZN, right?
Yeah.
I'm married to someone who she tries to bring me into the church once in a while. Okay? So this is the song that she normally play. That's how obviously I got to know this song. But like it's a song that she plays around the house when maybe it's a Sunday and she's cooking.
Yeah.
Utabo was asking, are there songs that are yours that you listen to that are favorites? Like, for example, do you play the song maybe you're cleaning?
I do. This is my favorite song. I wrote this song during COVID-19.
Okay.
I was going through the Word of God, I think in the book of Hosea, and I find a scripture, that are speaking around this, and I wrote it, that, we must keep ourselves or hide yourself, in the love of God, and awaiting the grace. While you are waiting the grace, of God. You hide while you are waiting the grace. Because if you move out on your own,
and that's why I think it's shy, because we don't hide.
Yeah,
no, you don't hide.
I'm also inclined to find out ukulele from which church, because that, for many of us, plays a huge role in our lives. From Ewisile, Amakulo, Wasewisile to Isfil. Where does the inspiration really come from?
I love every song. Like, for me, any hymn book, it's written for me. Like, all of you are just copying me into this universe. For me to come and listen to the hymn books that are just written. Like, Nina Ninkapile la. Ugzolalela ama hymn book la. Ministerele mina.
So you get the same healing from your own songs that we get from listening to them.
Yes. I get the very same healing from an ordinary hymn book, an ordinary song, like the way my mind translates the words, the wording that is written there in a hymn. It's totally different from how you translate it. So that's why it becomes easy for me to fall in love with it.
Hashtag 2 million gang gang on social media. We also go through voice notes that have come through as well on 0605842250.
Good morning, 2 million gang gang.
Good morning.
And good morning to Lebo too. Your Lebo, wow, your music, my sister, is so uplifting, you know. May God give you strength, Osuaka. Out of all your songs, some Dumi Seni is my favorite. Wow, I love it. I'm Mudie from Ventersbeck. Thank you, my sister. May God bless you.
If you think you cannot afford a lawyer, think again. Clientele Legal has made professional legal services affordable for you. Whether it's a civil, criminal, or labor-related matter, we have a nationwide panel of attorneys standing by to assist you. SMS Radio 2000 to 31372. That's Radio 2000 to 31372, and we'll call you back. Clientele General is a licensed non-life insurer and an authorized FSP. Standard rates and terms and conditions apply.
Experience the glory of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 from your office, your home, in your car, wherever you are. Radio 2000 will bring you all the action from the 64 matches of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. It's an unmatched action of world-class commentary and reports. Live every match live on Radio 2000. Sisonke, together for the greatest game. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
Concept Events and Radio 2000 presents The Garden of Eden 2 Summer Special Edition at the Walter Sisulu National Botanical Garden. Bring your family and enjoy this daytime picnic event with electrifying performances from Tandiswa Mazwai, Psyche, Lamise Holworthy, LKG, Mafiki Zolo, and a tribute performance by the legendary Duma Silela. Get tickets at CompuTicket, ShopRite and Checkers to avoid disappointments.
Lady Brand, we've got you covered on 98.6 FM. Feel good music.
Lebo, with all the success, that you've come into, one that just springs, I remember Artist of the Year 2017 and all the other awards. Take us back to before making it, if that is such a word. Your upbringing, you've often spoken about how you grew up in extreme poverty. Yeah. Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in the Vaal. So the first house that we stayed in, it was in Residencia.
Yeah.
And in 1986, it got burned down.
Okay.
So it was houses, like Lama Artipila Slangene Manje.
Yes.
4 houses at once. Mm-hmm. And the one at the back got burnt out. And then like the entire place. We then had to stay outside. Luckily, we were staying closer to the police station. So they gave us those grey blankets, the grey and white.
I'm scared to say what we call it back home.
Yeah, don't call them that.
Yes.
But that was like the warm enough that we could get. And from there, because Ukoko Gamma, was then staying at Everton. So we had to go and stay with her. Then Ukoko, by then, it was a house.
Yeah.
Then Ukoko, the mud house.
Okay.
So we had to go and stay in Nokokole. And then nini sekukrekile kuthi hambani niyofuna konje nini ublongo angazi
yeah ublongo yes I know ublongo
yeah and then you just have water laphana emfuleni you know and then you mix it out with the mud and then you make your own cement and then you like you do the house well. That's how we used to live. And my toilet ale ayenze ngelinye izenke ngathi mawuzothi
yes.
And it was amazing that my grandmother then fell into that. That was like a very bad tragedy. And
in the toilet.
Yeah, and then we had to keep it. Because like you know the whole yard yaga stand. You know, so that's where we stayed. Then my mom moved, got a stand a Orange Farm. Then my mom moved to Orange Farm. And during that time, you know, it's something that we were talking about earlier. So during that time when Uma was staying there because she was working as a domestic worker, I was staying Mina, Nokoko, and my brother. So so poverty is poverty. And I remember my elder sister visited to come in and check on us. And a friend of hers, Naya, visited, you know, came. And then, you know, abantu abadala bayakhuluma, oh, maybe borrow me this, you know, whatever. With desire, I know, ngizohamba nomntana ngimgayizaka. And, you know, we left, until the intentions zakhe, they were not as genuine as just ngihamba nomntana ngiyomnikeza, you know. And that's where I encountered my first rape. Naye ahamba nami, and then came back. I could not say because everybody they do that to all of us. I guess everyone who has been molested or raped, you are
and you are young and you're scared
to be told I will kill you, I'll kill your family. And I mean now where you are born, you know. And from there, you know what, I kept that secret with me. I stayed with it until a time where Senklala Noma a Orange Farm, when it happened then for the second time.
Is it the same man? Or is it a different man?
Now it was a different man, you know, with the neighbor. And I would never forget, like literally, when I'm talking to you now, I see the place vividly. Yeah. And by then I was like almost a 6-year-old child. I see the place vividly. I know the school where I was raped. I know the manner of how I was raped. Like it would never move away.
So if you go there, you can still see.
Yeah, if I go there, I can still see. I know where the school is. I know how I entered through that. You know, it's like do you need to use a bathroom? And you say yes. Kanti that was his opportunity because he knew that at that time there's no one lap, you know.
Is music and gospel sort of your way of healing?
It is my way of healing, and also a way of healing others. You know, I've got a young girls, a team of young girls that I mentor from my group Pillow Talk. Yeah. Because my pillow, that was the only thing that knew of my secret. My tears, they were the ones that were telling my pillow of my secret. And I pillow as empeten, hands on the floor. Because we used to sleep on the floor because we did not have, you know. And no matter Orange Farm, I knew what was happening. I was even laughing, you know, the other day looking at the picture of my sister's wedding, and I looked at Loyo and you know, and looking now, you know, and after that rape, I only managed to speak after the man was next door died.
Because that's when you felt safe enough.
That's when I felt safe
up.
enough to open up. And Nakhona, because I was reading a magazine. And then I started seeing somebody speaking about something even closer or similar to mine.
Then you were like,
and
no,
that's
man.
when I was like, yeah.
How do you make the transition? Because going through all of that trauma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like a stain. Some of those things are isugi gwen.
Yeah.
How do you then make the transition from there, having nothing, to being in this position now where people see you, you are famous, everyone's in your business? Outside of the music, how do you handle the fame that comes with what you do?
It's never easy. You know, like when you say inklupeko, it's like a stain. It's not only a stain, a sugar, even whatever ntipo that you can use, it will never, because it stinks. Like it stinks to a point yokuthi ukuhamba kwakho, ukuhlala kwakho in that place, uyazi ukuthi kunuka ukuhlupheka. You know, a corner that is just not right, you know. And at the end of the day, you know, umuntu uzokubuza ukuthi uphi uNkulunkulu kanti mahlupheka kangaka. Kanti he's still there, watching over us, and he's still providing. It's just sometimes whatever that he provides, we think it's not worth it for us. If then umama was not working as a domestic worker, probably I would have died. you know, because when she was working, I managed to eat isinkwa esibuya kulabantwana laban, knowing that when I look at expiry date at the bag, I would know that the sinkwa is expiring. But because ugeli bekasifake efrijini yabelungu aze nazo sizosifudumeza ngepapa yayizolo, I did not see ukuthi simoshekile. But the very same bread made me the person that I am.
No, I can't.
The very same clothes some kids did not want, and I wore them. Yeah, they made me the person. So I have a very gratitude heart and a grateful heart to anything. Whether I come to you and you say, yes, we would have our own standard of saying, I want to sleep here, I want to eat this. But whatever that is laid on the table, I receive it with a warm heart.
Sorry to take you back to the rape incidents, but I think because it's such an important conversation that we need to be having as women, as mothers, how do we create a safe space for our daughters to be able to come to us and say, Mama, this happened, so that you don't feel the need to hide it, even if it's not mom to mom, but the people at home, to be able to speak and say, this is what happened to me?
I think we need to be that family that speaks. Let's not speak only because I want money or I want new clothes. If I'm a child and I want shoes, I only speak because I want that. I feel like now I'm ready to talk. But let's just be that family that sits around the table. I think that's the problem that we do as families, especially black people. We often, omunye uhlale ekhawuchini, omunye uhlele dan room, omunye ngaphandle, omunye umena majite khoneni. You know, we don't even know what is time to sit down and eat. Sizohlangana mase kuthiwa umama akasekho. That's when we sit on the table to discuss how we're going to bury umama. So let's start sitting around the table so that we are able to talk. Sibuze, ma, how was your work? Uma khuluma iqiniso naye ukuthi today it was not good. I think mhlambe bazongqosha or they are retrenched. You know, so that we talk and then we know we are prepared. We even know you know what, whatever that I wanted, let me not want it anymore because of the situation. And namanje to say that there's no need ukuthi sifune ama 10 colors. There's January in 1 week. Why would we want 10 colors? Why can't we just have ipapa again, a cabbage? Okay, maybe
and prepare.
You know, prepare for tomorrow. Even though the Bible says we don't know what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow might bring blessings, but today it looks like we're about to fall. But tomorrow can be a step ladder to something great.
So we've got Lebo. Are you able to stay until 8:30?
Angithi manje ungiphele tiye baba
hamba kanjani.
Let's go to the news with Ondela Mbana. Sorry for being late, Ondela. And then Lebo's going to stay, guys. She's not leaving. So OUTsurance will go out of the way to try and save you money on your car insurance. If they don't, you can ask them for 500 rand. You need to SMS out to 37221. Now that is good news.
SABC News, independent and impartial.
In the news at 8, no impeachment vote for Ramaphosa and voting underway in the Totobotla municipality. For Radio 2000 News, I am Ondela Mbana and a very good morning. The decision of members of parliament to vote against the adoption of a Section 89 report implies that President Cyril Ramaphosa will not face an impeachment vote. The National Assembly, sitting in the Cape Town City Hall yesterday, debated whether the report of the independent panel of experts should be adopted. The report found that Ramaphosa may have a case to answer with regard to the theft of foreign currency from his Palapala farm in 2020. The National Assembly Speaker, Nosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula, announced the final results.
Those who have voted yes, 148, and those who have voted no, 214. Abstained, hold on, honorable members. Abstention 2. And therefore, the Section 89(1) inquiry will therefore not be proceeded with.
The African Transformation Movement President, Violethu Zungula, has rejected the ANC's argument that the National Assembly should wait for the outcome of various government agencies' investigations before it can investigate Ramaphosa's conduct. Zungula says Ramaphosa appointed all the heads of the agencies.
It is only Parliament that is not at the mercy of the President, as our stay here is dependent on the people who elected us to hold the executive accountable. The independent panel report merely states there may be violations to the Constitution. The impeachment committee may agree with the submissions of the President, and the case will be closed, unless, of course, the President has got something to hide. The only rational resolution Parliament can take is to have the impeachment committee.
The Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi says the Special Investigating Unit has uncovered serious irregularities in the awarding of contracts for the refurbishment of the Anglo Gold Ashanti Hospital west of Johannesburg. The hospital was identified as a COVID-19 facility at the onset of the pandemic. Lesufi says an investigation has revealed that the officials misleadingly told the health department that only minor refurbishments were required. But Lesufi says the initial 50 million rand budget ultimately soared to over 500 million rand.
The Department of Health feels that it's not conducive to be utilized because it's not safe. The Zamazamas have taken over the hospital. It means that we rehabilitated an institution at a value of 588 million, but we don't own that institution because the mine is refusing to hand over the property. We have taken a conscious decision to cut our costs and let go of this investment.
Polling stations have opened in the Lichtenburg-based Ditsobotla local municipality in the northwest. The IEC in the province says it expects between 14,000 and 17,000 people to cast their votes in the much-anticipated by-elections. The provincial government disbanded the municipal council in September, citing instability which led to a lack of delivery of basic services. The IEC's provincial electoral officer, Dumi Tiba, says voting has started.
Generally, because our voter population in the Ditsobotla is 71,914, we expect between 20% and 25%, in other words, 14,000 to 17,000 of these voters to turn out.
A look on the markets. The rand is trading at 17 rand 25 to the US dollar, 21 rand 31 to pound sterling, and at 18 rand 34 to the euro. Gold is trading at $1,810 and platinum at $1,036 per ounce, while Brent crude oil is at $80.30 a barrel. Recapping our top story, the decision of members of parliament to vote against the adoption of a Section 89 report implies that President Cyril Ramaphosa will not face an impeachment vote. I am Lambana for Radio 2000 News headlines at 8:30.
So those were great stories for this hour. Don't miss out on a possible car insurance saving. You can do this by SMSing the word out to 37221 for a quote. Outsurance, where you always get something out.
Get it first on your mobile, on the web, and on your dial. This is Radio 2000 Sport.
Good morning. In your final sport headlines, we are within the things and we are so excited. Unfortunately, it is coming to an end though, and we want to know from you, now that Argentina have progressed to the finals by beating Croatia 3-0 yesterday, what is your dream final? Which team between Morocco and France should they face? Are you deciding Morocco, France? Morocco.
Let me guess, because they're African.
No. Morocco will be like Lebo Sekgobela coming out of the blue. Like just popping.
Nice. You can also tell us.
All things are possible to those who believe. So I believe.
060-584-2250. Send your voice note. Are you with Lebo or are you with Bongani who's supporting France? You can tweet at Radio 2000_ZA.
On air, online, and on your mobile. This is Radio 2000 Traffic.
Good morning. Two major backlogs on Gauteng highways into some earlier crash scenes. The N1 coming out of Pretoria. There's been this collision down at Botha Avenue. Traffic is very heavily back through Rigel and back towards Garsfontein. Then that collision on the N3 north getting up into Galilees. Traffic remains heavy as you route out of Alberton and Germiston. Big delays up through Bedfordview and on towards that Galilees interchange territory. Load shedding in Durban should be about to wrap up, but it's left some really heavy delays on the Higginson Highway. Backton's that coming out of Chatsworth side today. And Cape Town still very busy around the Bosmansdam Road out of Buotasaka across the N7 down through Summer Greens towards Montague Drive. Behind that, the N7 going north is quite heavy into that. And there's some pressure that stays with us on the M5 if you come in from Grassy Park and Retreat. Just up through Southfield and Parkwood, quite heavy on your way towards Ottery Road. And a collision scene coming out of Century City Rotunda Road at Sable Road causing some delays locally.
The variety,
the quality, and now the great deal from Auto Pedigree Quality Used Vehicles. Get up to 50,000 Rand deal assistance on all marked vehicles. Deal assistance gives you the flexibility to structure your own deal. Use it to settle outstanding premiums, pay your initial installments, or take it as cash back. Visit autopedigree.co.za for more information. Auto Pedigree, because you deserve a great deal. T's and C's apply.
After defeating fellow European giants England in the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, France now have a semi-final date with African stars Morocco. The North African outfit is the first African nation to reach the semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup. Europe battles it out with Africa. Reigning champions France are gunning for a final spot. But the Atlas Lions of Morocco want to maintain their historic unbeaten run at the global spectacle. Experience the glory of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. France takes on Morocco this Wednesday, 14th December at 8 p.m. Live on SABC Sport on TTT Channel 4, OpenView 124, SABC 1, SABC Plus, and SABC radio stations. Also available on sabcsport.com. Sisonke, together for the greatest game. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
Summer doesn't get hotter than this. Enter the Radio 2000 Memorable Hits of the Decade Songs Competition 2022. You could win your share of 100,000 Rand in prize money.
The lucky winner of 20,000 Rands.
To enter, simply SMS HIT, followed by the song codes from 1 to 20 to 45690. SMSs are charged at R1.50. Free minutes, SMS bundles, and free SMSs do not apply.
Entries open on the 9th of November and close on the 29th of December 2022.
Visit radio2000.co.za to view the song lists. Terms and conditions apply. Radio 2000, our music, your memories.
Good morning, 2 million gang. Today, Litori Kakapa, you have one of my favorite worshippers in the country. Like I always joke with my friends, she's not of this world. Thank you so much for having her in the studio. We are truly blessed. Oslebo, Oswaka, Rakhorata, like we really love you, we appreciate you, and thank you so much. We get a healing from listening to your songs. We get inspired from listening to your songs. You remind us of the promises of God. You remind us of the words of God. For that, may you continue being that pillar that you are in the nation. Kitsidi from Kosovo. Thank you.
Ngithanda wena.
Ngizifunela wena nje.
Dr. Winnie Mashaba in the background. And Lebo, you say this is one of the artists that you would love to do a major collaboration with?
Definitely. I love this woman. I love her heart. I love her ambience.
Yeah.
I love her presence. Ooh, she's one of those. I believe now something great will be coming soon.
Hashtag the takeoff. I saw it's trending on Twitter.
Yep.
You can also use hashtag Timberland Gang Gang if you want to ask any questions. We'll go through them right now for you.
So at Gemini, 18 June says, oh wow, man, how exciting this interview is, but it just turned sad and painful. And I still say I won't be surprised if every second woman or girl has been molested, and it's always a well-known, a trusted member of their family. Yeah. And then Unomusa Majele says, morning, Sis Lebo, thank you for the great music, and I'm so addicted to your music, and my favorite track is Uze Ubenami. Stay blessed and keep on blessing us. Philip Munei, good morning, team Sis Lebo. I think you've just answered this question of who you'd like to collaborate with, and you've just said Umama Winnie.
And here are your voice notes. If you want to send more, 0605842250. But the easiest way, hashtag Timberland Gang Gang, hashtag the takeoff on social media. We'll go through and try and squeeze in as many as we possibly can. Here's another one.
Hallelujah.
Let's go.
Dumiseni Bongani Jalo yena Ungu Jehovah Opilayo Gunapagate. Oh, my sister. Every morning, this is my go-to song. It makes my life easier. We thank God for you. Oh, you are amazing, Oslebo. You are amazing.
And that's a song that, please can I get permission to end the show with it?
And Bongani, she must start, ne? And then, I don't know if you can do it as a DJ, but she must start it first live, and then the other one can come in.
Ngibulise nami, ngibulise manje, ngibulise. Yazi umuntu mayenza kahle wenza kahle. Sesilebo. Ebamba njalo sisiwami. Mina ngithandela umusic kuphela. Barake mino kasuthu barake mino.
Yes sir.
Thatela mino uswaka. Mino hawo. Tsola pele tse botle uswaka, tsola pele. Lethabo. Teboela. Thank you.
Thank you, T.
When God bless you, may He bless us all this season. May God bless the 2,000, 2 million, 20 million, Modimo, Kimotimo, Warona. Thank you.
I'm calling it now. God is going to bless us with the millions in our account, Lonwabo.
Yes, they're coming.
It's coming.
What are the 20 million?
Do you understand? Okay, it's coming. Lebo, speak to us about love.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that you've been with your man forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're first in everything, and you often speak very fondly about him.
Yeah.
How do you think you've managed to keep a relationship going for more than 20 years when people struggle in 3 years?
Sure. How do I? Love, don't you think you need to call in?
Okay.
And the thing is, Bongani, I'm disappointed because Lebo has been here before a few years ago, and she came with her husband.
Yeah.
And here was I thinking today you'll do the same as well.
No, I know he's listening.
Oh, he's listening.
So, Love,
now.
how about you call in and you tell me and tell everybody
how
we're still going. But definitely, I think we are carried by the love of God. I needed to understand who He is, and He needed to understand who I am, because me coming out of my mother's womb, God knew me.
I see.
And He predestined my future, and He said, you know what, I know you and I have plans for you. So some of the plans were including this guy. So he didn't know. Yeah. So sometimes I remind him, don't like genelela in some of the plans that God had for me. You must genelela in the right way.
Yeah, because God's got bigger plans.
He has bigger plans. So sometimes we tease each other and we say, who's going to go first? And then I'm like, no, you can go, because I know there's a place.
You're not ordinary, so why should your wedding be? Are you a unique and unconventional couple planning to get married in your own unique and bold way between now and December of 2022? If this sounds like you, then Married Our Way is looking for you. Be a part of our new and exciting wedding show and share your big day with the rest of South Africa on SABC2, where you belong. WhatsApp 060-834-2930.
Buying a new TV? You'll need a paid-up TV license. Need to check your balance? No sweat at all. You just SMS your ID or TV license account number to 44210 for fast, effective balance inquiries. Secure your legal viewing fast and simple. Standard SMS rates will be charged. Terms and conditions apply. TV licenses. Pay yours. Make a difference.
If you think you cannot afford a lawyer, think again. Clientele Legal has made professional legal services affordable for you. Whether it's a civil, criminal, or labor-related matter, we have a nationwide panel of attorneys standing by to assist you. SMS Radio 2000 to 31372. That's Radio 2000 to 31372, and we'll call you back. Clientele General is a licensed non-life insurer and an authorized FSP. Standard rates and terms and conditions apply.
So listen, if you're shopping around for car insurance, listen to this. OutSurance offers you fixed excesses and an included out bonus if you are claim-free for 3 years. They process your claim as quickly and efficiently as possible, and they've won the 2022-2023 Ask Africa Icon Brands Award in the car, contents, and buildings insurance categories. So you need to SMS out to 37221 for a quote. OutSurance is a licensed insurer and FSP. T's, C's, and standard rates apply. Okay, we've got the serious things out the way. Mrs. Leb, thank you.
Thank you.
You know, funny enough, so we do this every single Wednesday where we bring people that we really look up to and we give them their flowers. Mm-hmm. You are our last official guest for the year. Wow. And I spent time thinking who would be the perfect way to end the year off with a bang, you know? And I expected like a house or like a piano player. Everyone's like, Bongani, we've been through a lot. We want someone else like and your name came up at the top. Wow. And I know you drove from far to get here. Where do people get music? Where do people find you? Wow. Where do they get all of those good things?
So they can go to my Instagram page, my Twitter, my Facebook account at Sekgobela Lebo, and join Lebo Sekgobela family on Facebook. And also they can, so I'm all around the place. Drop me a WhatsApp and SMS. Yeah, the ones who have the number.
I don't want
It's my Christmas special. But from what you said, and the coffee you guys gave me with love, and the sugar that we have that I've not yet opened. These are the words.
Okay.
It is in the character of growth that we should learn from both the pleasant and the unpleasant experiences.
And that connects to what you just told us earlier on. Yeah. That we are always looking for the pleasant things to learn from, and we miss the lessons from the things that aren't pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
And these are the words that were said by the late, the amazing, our late President Nelson Mandela. And, as you're saying this, we're looking back, and some of us are still doubting, are we going to be able to make it in 2023? You know what? The Bible says the steps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. May it be He who will order your steps. And never walk this journey alone. You need Him by your side.
I don't want to put you under pressure.
Definitely.
The perfect way to end it would be Hallelujah Mtumisen.
Yeah.
The mic is on.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are ready.
So the song Hallelujah Mtumiseni, it just reminds you of the words that we're just closing with now, to say there's no other better friend and better companion that you can have than God. Ngekuhlobo onjengawe ongikhatha lelanjalo ganti senga bega gonke guwe.
Yo, thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
And the amazing 2000 gang. Boo, 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 boo.
onjengawe ongikhatha lela njalo kanti senga bega